This doctor is talking to me, but the minute she said the word cancer, everything switched off.
Cancer took that control from my family. I didn't want that for my children.
It does make me quite emotional thinking that I might not have seen all these lovely ones growing up.
In the UK, around 7,500 women a year currently receive a diagnosis that changes their lives. Ovarian cancer, one of the deadliest cancers. And 8 years ago, my niece, Rosa, was one of them.
My cancer was caught at a late stage, and I was diagnosed in A&E, which is often the case for many ovarian cancer patients. It was an incredibly scary time. Since being given the all clear in 2018, I've been such an advocate for the work that the charity Ovarian Cancer Action does, ensuring that people know their signs and symptoms so that the disease can be caught early and treatment can happen as soon as possible.
Ovarian Cancer Action work hard to provide vital training to medical professionals, while also funding research, helping to improve treatments, speed up diagnosis, and ultimately save more women's lives. Gilly is 67. She was diagnosed with ovarian cancer 10 years ago.
I had none of the usual symptoms, so it was a complete shock. I went into an A&E, I had a scan, and then the general surgeon came in to tell me that there was a mass on my ovary, and it was very, very scary because chances of recovering are quite rare.
Gilly began treatments, and although she responded well to chemotherapy, her cancer had spread.
So I saw the surgeon locally, who I trusted, and he advised me that I would have to have 2 separate operations because he could only work up to my kidney level. That's where he was trained to operate.
To help care teams gain specialist skills, Ovarian Cancer Action funds surgical fellowships where surgeons can apply to train with experts, like Professor Christina Fotopoulou, who Gilly was then referred to for a second opinion.
The surgeries for ovarian cancer are so specialised and affect the entire tummy of the patient, not just the pelvis. So as with any specialist surgery, not all centres can provide this.
I walked into her room. She was extremely encouraging. The fact that she could open me up completely could mean that she could explore all inside my body. We came out of there almost jumping with joy because for the first time, somebody suggested I might survive this.
Because of this programme, surgeons can spend time learning specialist skills that they can then take back to their own hospital, meaning more women across the UK will have access to the best possible treatment.
We get some gynae-oncology surgeons from all over the country and we show them our techniques, we expose them to this highly specialist surgery. Ovarian Cancer Action, without their funding and without their support, we wouldn't be able to do the extra things really in terms of research, in terms of training, and that is why we're very grateful to them.
I believe very much Christina is why I'm still here.
Ovarian cancer symptoms can often be difficult to spot or easily mistaken for other conditions like irritable bowel syndrome or menopause. That's why Ovarian Cancer Action works hard to raise awareness of the symptoms, such as persistent bloating, tummy pain, or needing to urinate more often, so women have the information they need to seek help sooner. Saba has lived with ovarian cancer since 2022. She was treated with chemotherapy, which was extremely painful for her, and she experienced particularly rare and severe side effects.
It turned my world upside down. The rash, within 3 weeks, it had spread all over my body. This was such a dark moment, and my mental health was broken. Chemotherapy treatments had done enough to shrink the tumours. I went for surgery and I had the amazing news. I was doing really well. And then summer of 2025, the cancer had come back. It was heartbreaking.
Around 70% of women with ovarian cancer will see the disease come back after treatment, something known as recurrence. That's why Ovarian Cancer Action invests heavily in research to better understand recurrence, develop new targeted treatments and improve survival.
It's absolutely pivotal not only to understand why recurrence happens, but just to block it before it even begins. My research is tackling resistance and recurrence at the molecular level is absolutely important because it will allow us to use the lowest possible dose of drugs so the patient can undergo milder treatment, shorter treatment time, and hopefully full recession.
I am internally grateful to Ovarian Cancer Action. I found their information really informative, but without the jargon. They've empowered me with the ability to speak with confidence when I am talking to my oncology team, to speak from a place of knowledge so that I am able to advocate for myself.
Understanding a woman's risk is key to tackling ovarian cancer. For some, the risk is linked to their genes. The BRCA gene, something that all men and women carry, which normally helps protect us, can become faulty and increase the risk of certain cancers, including ovarian, and can be passed down by both men and women. That's why Ovarian Cancer Action is working to help people understand their risk and the options available to them. Siobhan is 35 and from Wigan. When she was 11, her mum was diagnosed with breast cancer, which she overcame. But a few months later, she started to feel unwell.
My mum started experiencing symptoms of ovarian cancer. She'd have like bloating, constipation, feeling full very quickly. I was really scared, and I just remember thinking, my mum's going to die. The chemotherapy, unfortunately, didn't work, and they couldn't do anything else. I was 4.5 months pregnant when she died.
During her treatment, Siobhan's mum asked to be tested and was found to carry the BRCA1 mutation, which can be passed on to children and raises the risk of cancer significantly.
We do have a really strong family history of breast and ovarian cancer. So my mum, when she found out she had the genetic mutation, she did speak to me about it, and I really respected that because I do feel like that's helped me as I've got older.
Siobhan tested positive for BRCA1 when she was 23, and so she opted to have risk-reducing surgery.
When I was diagnosed, I saw Ovarian Cancer Action's website, and that gave loads of really good information about the hereditary cancer risk. That made me 100% confident knowing that I was definitely making the right decision. I had a double mastectomy with immediate reconstruction. I was just so relieved that I'd reduced my risk and I'd protected my children from seeing me poorly.
To help better inform women, Ovarian Cancer Action have developed a free online hereditary risk checker. It looks at personal and family history of cancer, helping them to decide if they need to speak to the GP.
The fact that Ovarian Cancer Action have got the risk checker there enables me to go through the risk with my children from the age of 18 and explain it to them. I feel really reassured knowing that my kids are in safe hands with amazing charities like Ovarian Cancer Action.
For over 20 years, Ovarian Cancer Action has been working to fund research and improve the early detection of ovarian cancer. With your help and donations, they can go even further.
If you're able to give today, please donate whatever you can, because your support really can help to change lives for the better, and perhaps one day make ovarian cancer a thing of the past.
To find out more, visit the charity's website, ovarian.org.uk.
Thank you.